Hi brothers and sisters, I just wanted to share with you today a little tutorial about how to make a tract holder. It's a really simple design. It allows for 4 spaces and then space for the invitations to go inside. I've also made a little adjustment to the design to make a space for the business cards, the jw.org business cards to go, and also adjusted the design to make these 2 spaces more wide so they can fit the campaign tracts, the memorial invitations like that. So I will just show you how to do that today. It's very easy. It doesn't require any glue or just cutting. It's pretty simple. These tapes are just decorative. They're not required. They're just to jazz it up a little bit. Or you could make a design on it, different things to just customize it like you want for decorative purposes. I also think that this design is better for our brothers and sisters in other lands, because when we served in another country, it was difficult to get a lot of the same kind of supplies that we were used to getting in the United States. But we were always able to get something. This is just a regular school supply folder here with the brads that poke through. And it should be fairly inexpensive no matter where you are at. Okay. So firstly, of course we wanted the height that we need of the invitations. And what's kind of cool is this particular folder that's very common has this space for putting a sticker on. And it has a line at the top, which is basically the height that you need it to be. So you don't even need to really measure at that point, just follow the height of the folder there. So I'm just going to cut it all the way through. These scissors happen to be really sharp and they work really well, because I had other scissors that would cause the paper of the folder to kind of tear. So, but that's again what the tape can mask that and still make it look nice. So I'm actually pretty much freehanding it here until I get to the thicker spot, the spine of the folder that you're going to have to cut through this way. So there's that. I have a little piece there. So you can throw that away. So now we have this, and we're using the folders that are already here as, you know, for our folder. We're just folding it in half to make more spaces. So the space that we need for both the tract and then the campaign, what you need to do is measure in, or really you could eye it, that's how I did it the first time, but you can measure in 4 3/8 inches. Sorry, I don't have metric for my brothers and sisters in other countries. And I just like made a little mark for myself to be able to see. Stick my finger there, fold it over, just make sure that you're, you know, matching across the bottom and the top there, and make a little crease, you know, elbow grease to get that folded. And then the same thing on the other side, the 4 inches and 3/8, 4 3/8 inches. I just, sorry, made a little mark. And then I'm going to stick my finger there. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Okay. So actually you would have 4 3/8 inches from the spine. Good thing I caught that. Yay. Again, really you could just eyeball it. That's what I'll do right now because I measured wrong. In any case, so you want it to match up on the other side, obviously. So again, I'm just going to take my finger there to make that original crease. Make sure that the bottom and the top is lined up. We will make that crease. Okay, so now what you have the spine down the middle, you have the 2 folded sides, and then you have this basic brochure holder, or tract holder, excuse me, as you see here. So that's great. If that's all you want, then that's what you got, and that'll work very well for just the tracts and the campaign brochures, as we said. So here's the campaign tracts, and then here's the tall tracts. You fold that up, And I stick this in my purse, my glove box, all of my different service bags. I leave them all over the place so that I always have some tracts available. So now for the inside piece, there's a couple different designs. I was trying to work with things that were easy, that people might already have. So one of them is this envelope, which actually works really well. This is a 4-inch by 9.5-inch, a regular mailing envelope. So if you open that up, I just cut off the top really quickly. We don't need that part, and we obviously don't want the glue getting stuck on anything. That would be bad. So I just trim that off. I just folded it down the middle, hamburger style, so that you can see the inside of the envelope. So basically we're going to be putting things in right there. So we have a fold that would hold, where the fold is, it's holding in, for example, the invitations here. It is a kind of a tight squeeze, but it's definitely not going to fall out, so that's good. This is my business card. You know, you can stick that in there and it'll hold. So then what you're doing is you're using the 2 brads that are left to stick it in there. And what I would do is I would put the edge that has the longer fold down at the bottom, because that way it's not gonna, you have less chance of it falling out at the bottom here. So I just open it up here. You're gonna see where your brads are and make a little mark, and then work a hole through. Again, I don't even have a hole punch, I'm just using these really sharp scissors. Be careful, everybody. But if you had a hole punch, that would probably be even better. So you're just making some little holes for the brads to go through. And you just want to work them in there. Okay, and then obviously close it up. So now you have your tract, your convention invitation or memorial invitation. You have the space for the meeting invitations here, and it's a pretty tight fit. It's going to hold, and they won't fall out there. You could put more there, or like I said, the business card or the jw.org card. I know a lot of envelopes, you know, you can buy fancier envelopes that have some really nice patterns on the inside, and it'll match really well with what your design is. So that's one option, the envelope option. And again, I just tried to think of things that people already have. So my other design is just using a piece of 8.5 by 11 computer paper, printing paper. You could use cardstock, which is what I did at first. And I hope this white shows up okay. But in any case, what you're doing is you're making a larger pocket for the invitations, and then a smaller pocket for business cards here. And it's really, really simple. This looks like, what did you do? But it's really simple. So you're just going to fold it both ways. So for example, folding it upwards and then folding it over. Ta-da! Okay, so the most important is where the fold or the creases is going to be at the bottom. And this the open piece here is going to be in the brads and against the spine. So you have a side here, a fold here, and a fold here. This will be the outer side and then the bottom side, so nothing's going to fall out. One thing you have to be aware of is that if you just stick it in there and you have this open thing at the top, you could put something in there and it could actually fall out because it's not connected down there. So the way that I solved that issue is I just cut cut a line across the spine here. Oh, and I have cats coming to visit. Okay. No, baby. Anyway, so you're gonna cut along the spine here. So just to be clear. So we had it folded at the bottom, folded at the top, and then this open space all at the top. So what we're cutting is this piece right here. And I'm just opening it up so I can cut it more accurately. And I cut about halfway through. You don't have to be like super exact. Okay, so fold it closed again, and go ahead, and if you fold this over, it'll give you a guideline of where to make another cut. So that first, we cut down the spine there, fold it over, and then we're gonna cut along that fold that you just made. I'm gonna open it up just so, again, it's easier for me to cut. Okay, so I'm folding it back up. Okay, so we're back to this little flap is going to be where the business cards go. Now this second, there should be two more like flaps, let's say. 1, 2, and then the back. So what I decided to do in order to prevent the accidental card going in the wrong slot and falling out thing, oops, I can't even get it anymore. Okay, I decided to just fold over those two middle pieces. So for example, let me just finish it up. Let me finish folding it. So I'm going to fold it in the middle. Okay, and these pieces are going to go in here. So you would have, again, you can't accidentally get it down that thing. So you have the front pocket, you have the invitation pocket, and that's it. Easy peasy. Okay. So again, you want to measure it, I just eyeball it, I stick it in there, and I make some marks where the holes are. Okay. And I'm gonna just open that up a little bit. And then I'm just gonna put it through the brads. And close the whole thing up, as we did before. Okay, so there it is in there, and if the cutted edges are not, you know, the prettiest, but it does its job. You put your cards in there, you put your "You Are Inviteds" right there. Again, you have more space for these campaign tracks here, and the taller tracks there, and that's that. And it all folds back up very easily. I leave this in the middle like that. Some of the friends go like that and then fold it, but, well, whatever you want, that works too. But otherwise, I kind of keep it out through the middle there. And here's your little booklet. And it has everything you need. So I think it's a really simple design. Again, there was no glue or tape necessary, just a nice pair of scissors and a ruler if you want to be exact. So I hope you all enjoy making them and can put them everywhere you need them so that we always have the information ready and with us. And maybe we'll see these given out for international convention or something. We did we had kind of planned something like this for Pioneer School Gifts. In any case, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.